All right, welcome back. Actually, I wrote down the problem because it was so similar to the last one, so I just went ahead and wrote it down. Well, I didn't write it down, I copied and pasted. You can see that my handwriting here, a point on the terminal side of an angle theta in standard position is given. Okay, and we're given 7 comma -2. But this time we're finding cosecant theta, secant theta, and cotangent of theta. Okay, and then just along for the ride, let's find sine of theta, cosine theta, and tangent of theta. Because once we found sine of theta, what's the harm in finding the other? Okay, so let's go ahead, let's draw the picture. The reason I'm drawing the pictures, I always want to be aware, I always want to engage whatever intuition I have, okay? So I'm engaging my intuition, I'm saying, okay, where am I going to draw this? This is going to be in the 4th quadrant, right? It's in the 4th quadrant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -2, so it's down here, okay? So that's telling me, you know what, my sine better be negative, my cosine better be positive, right? Okay, the point here is 7 comma -2. Let me find my r. Okay, let me find my r. So r squared equals 7 squared plus 2 squared is 53. So r is square root of 53. Now, I honestly don't usually think about cosecant of theta very much, so I'm going to get confused if I do it. So I'm going to do the sine first, just because it's easier for me, okay? So the sine of theta is going to be, remember, the y over the r. So it's going to be -2 over root 53. I could rationalize it, but I don't need to because that's not really my end game. Okay, my end game is to find cosecant of theta. Okay, so cosecant of theta is negative square root of 53 over 2. Okay, let me write that out separately somewhere else. Okay, let's do the same thing with cosine. Cosine is 7 over root 53. So my secant of theta is root 53 over 7. Okay? Now, tangent. Remember, tangent is opposite over adjacent. -2 over 7. Oop, I wanted to do that in a different color. Okay, so then cotangent of theta is just the reciprocal of that. Okay, don't forget if you have to do this, I would need to rationalize those, so multiply by root 53 over root 53. Done that a couple times, so I'll leave that to you guys to do. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do number 24. And here it says we want to find out in which quadrant the angle is. So we have tangent of theta is bigger than 0. Cosecant of theta is less than 0. In what angle does theta live? I'm sorry, in what quadrant? Does theta live? Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna, as usual, draw a picture. That should always be your answer. What's the first thing to do? Draw a picture. Okay, so now, when is tangent of theta greater than 0? Well, you know what? Let's just remember what we have. Here, both are positive. Oops. Here, x and y, you have negative, positive. Here, both are negative. And here, x is positive, y is negative. Okay, so now, cosecant of theta less than 0 is the same as saying sine of theta is less than 0. So where does that happen? Which quadrants? Okay, I think I heard a couple of you yell out the second or the third and fourth. That's right, the third and fourth, wherever the y coordinate, right? The sign goes with the y coordinate. So this is the third and fourth quadrant. Okay, now what about tangent of theta? When is tangent of theta bigger than 0? Well, tangent of theta is bigger than 0 whenever the x and y have the same sign with a g, so second, okay? So that happens when? Here in the first quadrant, they're both positive. So when you divide them, right, it's going to be positive. Here in the third quadrant, both of them are negative. So when you divide them, tangent is going to be positive. Okay, so first and third. Where do we have overlap? Third quadrant. So that is our answer. Let me move it over to quadrant 3. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. I'll see you all in the next video.